Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we continue with wiring Loom and we do a temporary install of the dash. It looks very nice. Right, got in a bit of a mess taking it back off the layout I had over the car. But today's task is to get this in there. Right, so what you've been watching me do is pull the wiring loom through here and go into here and then pull it along the fender inside, and here we have it, the front harness now sticking out here. So we're now going to try to work out which bits go across and pull those across. So I've got these pulled out, so these are for the headlight and a few other bits and pieces which I will work through. I've got the other side pulled through as well, so this will have a horn on it and all kinds of gubbins like that as well. I've taken this light, so there is a bulb in there and that comes from here. I've got this one sitting out here. Right, so I need to find the one that sits out here, and then I've got that one there. And I don't have, for this one here, the cap. Gosh, if I managed to scratch it already. I don't have the cap, so I'm going to have to get one of them. And I think this must be, the light comes here. Okay, so I've pulled these wires out to the back, which look like they're roughly right, although I have nothing going to the side light on this side. So I'll be missing something, but I think these must get stuck along here. Over this side again, coming through, with that going off to the side light, so I'm guessing this is for ground. This was all very nicely labelled up by whoever took it off, but I can't read any of it. And then this bit here, I'm not sure if this should have come this far through, but I've got it there, and then I'm going to have to work out how that all connects up. So there'll be something for here, for the to show if it's open or not, I guess, or maybe not. But I don't know what any of these are for at this stage, and actually probably something for the petrol, but that would imply I've brought it through the wrong way, so I'm not sure. Okay, so this is all the stuff that's on the inside, and I think I've said, so this is this here is for the driver, no passenger door, and here you can see that these wires have got cut at some point, so I'm going to have to unwrap these and take a look at it and fix that loom. And then here, what have we got? So I think that must be for the seats. I'll clean it off and check the colours. But this one, if it's also for the seats, doesn't have nearly as many, which is interesting. But it does have some other connections, which again need cleaning off. So I need to work through those in a bit more detail. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to temporarily fix that up to the hole there, because it's going to have to be redone with. I want to get some soundproofing on the back there and across the floors. So we'll get it on temporarily, so that we can just spread this out a bit more, and then take another look. Okay, so I'm trying to get the soundproofing back in behind the wiring loom. Seems the right way to go, and I cannot find the original clips for here, so they would just push on metal things, and I suspect I've broke a few. I don't really remember, probably lost a few. Anyway, I can't find them. So I've been trying just with a bit of plastic, so I'm just cutting a square out of a old shampoo bottle, and then pushing it over. Now it's holding at the top, but the ones at the bottom, which clearly need to hold more weight, you can see there, it's just popping off. So I need a better solution, and I haven't worked what that is yet. Right, it's almost certainly the wrong way to be going about this, but we're going to go in some sort of piecemeal way. I decided that, perhaps I want to be able to get the dash in order to make sure I've got the wiring in the right place, blah de blah. So in order to do that, I want to get the pedal box in, the brake servo and things like that. So actually I'm just digging out some of those bits. So here's the servo unit, and we're going to start fixing some of those. Okay, so the box is in, and if I can get it in there's the brake master cylinder and stuff. I've also got this steering supporting very loosely here. It's connected up here. I can't work out where this one goes, so I suspect it might be on the dash. And there's also another one down here, and I can't work out where that goes, which I suspect must come up somewhere, but again I can't work out where at this stage, so we'll work that out. We've got the brake bits connected up. We've got the clutch here, there, connected up front and back. So this is just gets hooked up somewhere. We've got the brake, those go out to the brake master cylinder, and I need a new switch for the cylinder. So we've done that. We have changed, I found this in my things, so this is the one the car came with, the ignition harness. I had bought a new ignition harness. You see that tiny little screw there? There's one on the other side as well, and I dropped it, and it's somewhere on this floor. And I haven't been able to find it so far, but I'd like to have them both in. Anyway, so we've got the ignition harness connected up there, and we're just managing to make this actually look a bit neater now. So we're making some progress, and I'm trying to decide what to do next. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break out. Oh no, the other thing I found is there we go, can we focus on that? I found about 4 or 5 of those, maybe 6 even, of which about 3 or 4 are usable. So there were 2 in the floor down there which just won't hold anything in place. So my temporary solution is this, and I've ordered some M3 star washers, which I'm hoping if I put those over, that will then hold the plastic in place and would spread out the load and hold it. Okay, so that's been my solution where I haven't had the right enough of these to put the soundproofing on, the old soundproofing. So that's an M3 star washer and a bit of a shampoo bottle, which is holding it nice and firm, so I'm quite happy with that because it will be well hidden. So I've dug out my dashboard and I'm going to give that a good clean over there and then see what kind of condition it's in. So I know I got bits like this is broken and I've not been able to find any replacement for that. But having said that, I don't know if any of that instrument panel works either, so I need to think about how I might be able to test that. Anyway, we'll start with some cleaning. Right, it's been cleaned. It still looks pretty awful. So, I've taped it all up and we're going to try this. Now this is black as opposed to, but this is plastic paint and it's black matte, so we're going to try that and see what it looks like. Well, that's one coat, and that's pretty much used up a whole can. So we'll see how it all dries. This is the bit I did first and actually looks quite nice. And then what I'm not sure is if my application wasn't quite so even on some of the rest of it. Let's get the light on. But this is still quite wet. So, and you can see what it was like before. So we'll see. Looks like there's a bit in here which possibly could use a bit more, so I'll give it that and then we'll see. Right, I'm going to start trying to fit the dash. Before I do that, I sorted out where the bars went and I had to switch that small one at the top there with this one, and then it all fitted together nicely. So that's good. I cannot remember if these go here. That seems too high. So I need to work out if I've got that right. Because I also have this one, which looks probably I don't know. I've got to work out what goes where. So we're going to do that next. Okay, so the colour's nice and I've started test fitting it, but this is going to have to come out again because I can't remember where all of the nuts and bolts go, and so I can't find images of it either, so I need to look at my old videos to see if I've made enough notes there. But that's going to look okay. I'm quite pleased with that. And so I'm going to stop this video here, and because I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks, or a little while anyway, and so there won't be much progress for a little while. So we're going to stop there, and yeah, I mean it feels, I mean it almost looks a bit more like a car, which is quite a nice idea. Just put that back on. I put these in and I realise I'm missing a bit for here. So I need to dig that out from wherever it is. I seem to remember it being partly broken, so I will have it somewhere, but I don't know where at the moment. Anyway, until next time, enjoy your cars. Have a good week.